boxing has a quirky way of scoring. It's round by round, and unless there's a knockdown, it's just 1 point per round. Yeah. So sometimes you could see a fight at the end, you go, fighter A won. But when you break it down round by round, you go, oh, I guess it was 6-6.
Wishing you nothing but the best. Everybody believes you're a rising star, and I hope it proves true. And thus far, you're doing your thing. Congratulations to you.
Some people maybe don't. How good is Shakur Stevenson in your opinion?
He's not good, he's great. And I think tomorrow the world will take notice of how great he is. There's a reason why certain fighters didn't want to take the chance to step in the ring with this fighter.
Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman both highlighted Shakur's performance, applauding his quickness and timing throughout the fight. They noted how composed and precise he looked, dictating the pace from start to finish and making Teofimo appear a step behind. In their view, Stevenson didn't just win. He clearly separated himself and dominated the matchop.
Come on, start that. Two different body types. One to me is a better puncher.
True, yes.
Shakur can punch way better to the body than Lomo can.
Loma
He's a
had
totally
more
different type
power
of animal.
at his weight than Shakur has had so
That's
far.
true.
At his weight.
No, I agree with this. Shakur is longer than Loma and naturally bigger, but you can't say that Shakur is ahead of Loma. He has not proven that yet. Maybe he will be, but man, that's a lot. Very few fighters.
He's a great.
Yeah,
but what's your favorite fighter, though, Shady?
Bro,
and still he's telling you.
Right, and Shady also loves Teo. Shady's a big Teo.
That's why one thing about your boy, I keep it 1,000. I don't have no favorites. Shakur is my guy. He's my guy.
Max Kellerman added that the result shouldn't shock anyone. He pointed out that Teofimo previously dropped a fight to George Kambosos, a fighter many believe doesn't possess the same level of skill or technical ability as Shakur Stevenson, making this outcome easier to understand.
Question, even in the loss that he had against Kambosos, where he had a puncture, like he had some medical condition in his esophagus that was dangerous actually, and it looked like an off night. By the way, George Kambosos doesn't like when I say this, and I apologize. I understand it feels unfair to you, and maybe it is.
Following the defeat and dealing with an eye injury, Teofimo openly acknowledged that his strategy didn't work the way he planned. He accepted responsibility, admitted his opponent performed better on the night, and showed class by giving full credit and respect where it was due.
Oh man, how you doing,
Your
man?
thoughts on tonight?
Just grateful to be here, man. That's all.
You put on a performance tonight and unfortunately came up short, but what was it that surprised you about Shakur Stevenson?
Nothing at all, man. Just didn't come with the right plan. That's all. Better man won tonight. Good fan.
Do you feel like you'd like to run it back at some point with Shakur? I know you're someone that always wants to event it. Like that time Kambosos beat you, you want to do it straight away, right?
I will see what happens next, man. I'm gonna let my team do the work on it.
Ryan Garcia shared his thoughts on X, pointing out that Teofimo's strategy simply wasn't effective. He noted that the tactical errors throughout the fight made it far too easy for Shakur Stevenson to take control and dictate everything without much resistance. Meanwhile, Terence Crawford had nothing but high praise for Stevenson. He said Shakur isn't just a talented fighter, he's operating at an elite level above the rest. In Crawford's view, this performance proves he's among the very best in the sport, and now the entire boxing world is finally seeing just how dominant he truly is.
It's great. A lot of people started saying, oh, he's a runner, he's this, he's that. Just to detour people from being excited to see him fight because he's not knocking people out and all that crazy stuff, but they would see why people really don't want to get in the ring with him come tomorrow.
I know you've shared the ring with him, sparring plenty of times. What makes Shakur Stevenson great? What makes him different? What makes him, I don't want to say an ilk of yourself, but in the same kind of era, the Bud Crawford era, he's got a Shakur Stevenson era coming through.
Everything. The offense, the defense, the poise, the rhythm, the distance, the timing, the punch placement, the react time. Like, I can go on and on. You know, the toughness, the grit, the grind. Like, he's amazing, you know, and tomorrow he will.
Wade Pellman remarked, "Right now, Shakur Stevenson might be the top boxer in the world. He completely controlled Teofimo Lopez and made it look effortless." With this victory, Stevenson has solidified his place at the very top. Live reaction from Andre Ward echoed the sentiment, praising Shakur's skill and stating that he will continue to demonstrate why he belongs among the elite in boxing.
Better leave that alone.
What did you think of Shakur's performance
He
tonight?
did what he had to do, man. You know, there's always room for improvement. You know, I think he had a lot of stuff he could have did, but he's so talented and gifted, man. You know, you also got to trust what he's seeing in there. You know, we on the outside, you know. But I think he put on a tremendous performance, and obviously, you know, the level he's at, you always look for things he could do better, you know.
What did you see from the outside that he might?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know, like I think it was a lot of body work and stuff like that. He could have touched on, but again, he's in there, you know, so he's seeing stuff, he's feeling the punches. We not, so you got to trust what he's seeing.
Teofimo just couldn't get going.
He put on he tried to get going. He just wasn't allowed to. So it's just the distance and range that Shakur has just perfected throughout the years, and then making him pay when he does that discourages him to not want to punch anymore. And I think he was out of answers in the first.
Ward added that Stevenson ranks among the top 4 fighters globally, and that he expects Shakur to keep showcasing his dominance in the sport.
See, I think he didn't really have any answers. When Teo starts doing little certain things with his hands and starts playing the clown game, he out of answers. He's down to just one shot. So Shakur just stayed focused, stayed locked in. And, you know, was at 4 divisions now? 26, 30, 35, 40.
How good is Shakur? I interviewed Terrence Crawford and he said he could be the greatest of all time.
We don't know. He's not done yet. You know, he's not done yet. He's a great for sure. How great, we're going to see. You know, he got a lot. He can box as long as he wants.
Lennox Lewis weighed in on Stevenson's performance, noting that facing such a skilled and agile mover is extremely difficult. He said Shakur's control and dominance in the fight were exactly what he anticipated.
And let me tell you, Shakur moved so well. He won every round, and he was just a step ahead with quickness and just with, you know, just the plan himself. Great plan coming in, and he did well. Congratulations to him.
He won all the rounds? Is that what you're saying? He won all 12 rounds?
Well, maybe he lost one, but he won the majority of rounds.
At what time did you realize that this was just going to be Shakur taking over the whole fight?
After the 4th round.
After the 4th round?
Yeah.
Teofimo, it seems like he couldn't just get it going. Like, he just tried differently going up and down. The counters were getting him.
Yeah.
What could he done differently tonight?
I don't know. You know, it's difficult to box against a great mover like that. And, you know, he tried. He definitely tried. His dad was emotional. You know, he wanted him to do better, but, you know, this is boxing.
Keishan Davis commented that the result came as no shock. He had expected Shakur to deliver performance like this, highlighting both his skill and his clear dominance in the ring.
Think like, yeah, he took it out of him.
Nah, I wasn't surprised because the ref kept saying, show me something, Jermaine, show me something. And one time, Jermaine was like, all right, Jermaine, like, for real. So I wasn't surprised at all. And plus, his eye was shut and bleeding. Like, it was time to stop.
Incredible.
Eddie Hearn shared his reaction, admitting that while he was confident Shakur would win, he didn't expect such commanding performance. He praised Stevenson for exceeding expectations, dominating the bout, and showcasing exceptional skill, speed, and overall mastery throughout the fight.
He would just be too good. Like he didn't really have to.
Listen, I was fully confident he'd win the fight. I didn't think he'd win it as widely as that. I thought, you know, I mean, look, Teo's a great fighter. He made him look average in there. And that's because Shakur is so good. His IQ is so good. His footwork is so good. I actually think he could have stopped Teo if he would have pushed on the gas a little bit, but didn't need to. It was so easy. He's a 4-division world champion at 28 years of age. Phenomenal.
What was His Excellency saying ringside watching it?
Just that he's so good, you know, and I think sometimes people think that you know, Teo can do a little bit more, but like every time he tried to, he was just getting countered, peppered, and yeah, it was phenomenal to watch.
Conor Benn always managed to come away.
Started on a few people tonight, yeah.
Shakur Stevenson, so I just spoke to him there. He said his style's boring. He said if you like boxing, he gets it. But other than that, it's easy work for him. That fight realistic?
Yeah, why not? Look, for me, I still dream of Conor Benn winning a world title.
Zach Schumacher commented, "You can question the result, but you can't question the heart. Boxing needs more fighters like Teofimo, who give everything they have. He delivered the action fans wanted, showing courage and determination. That level of commitment deserves respect, no matter the outcome." Meanwhile, Teddy Atlas shared his live reaction, expressing disappointment in Teofimo's early performance. He said the fight so far was tired and underwhelming. Atlas noted that when a fighter comes in with all the hype and showmanship, including the father's antics, more needed to be demonstrated. He pointed out a small headbutt, likely caused by Teofimo rushing in with a top-heavy approach. While some judges may favor aggression over technical boxing, Atlas emphasized that pressure must be effective, not reckless, to make an impact in the fight.
But what you said, some people said 2-2. I understand. I think it's a shutout. Shakur won this round so far. but a little headbutt there, I guess. A warning from the ref. And that's probably the fault of Teo, be honest. He's rushing in head heavy, top heavy. But some judges like the aggressor more than the tactician. But for me, it's got to be effective aggression. It can't just be aggression. And a little bit better close to the round by Lopez. That was
it was. He went to the body better. He had a little success with the right hand to the body.
He got his range.
Teddy Atlas praised Shakur Stevenson's technical mastery, pointing out how he controlled distance, landed effective body shots, and used his right hand with precision. He noted that while Teofimo's father encourages him to keep attacking Shakur, Atlas hopes for smarter strategic guidance, as Teofimo clearly needs it at this stage. Discussing the scoring, Atlas suggested that Teofimo may have edged the second half slightly, but overall he was trailing. He highlighted the importance of Shakur's jab, explaining that both fighters understand its value, yet Shakur, a true expert, has consistently dictated the pace. Ultimately, Atlas emphasized that for Teofimo to remain in contention, he must adjust, capitalize on small openings, and counter Shakur's accuracy. Without making these changes, Stevenson's dominance is likely to continue, leaving Teofimo with a steep uphill battle.
Shout out to Teofimo Lopez. He tried his best. Shout out to Turkey Al-Sheikh for putting on the fight. But this was definitely a masterclass. If anything, Teofimo Lopez might have won one round out of this whole fight. But Shakur, just a masterclass. Now, he calls out Conor Benn. Conor Benn comes into the ring, says you too small, but also, Shakur Stevenson says he wants that rehydration clause, the same rehydration clause you put Chris Eubank through. So, I don't know if this fight's gonna happen due to the fact that, I don't know if, Conor Benn is really willing to do that, knowing that, Conor Benn is #1 in the WBC, looking for that Ryan Garcia.
That wraps up today's breakdown. Make sure to stay tuned for more updates, and we'll see you in the next video.